Hello, it's a great day here at Hayman Woodward, and our special guest of the day is Portuguese attorney Rafaela Corto Silverio, and she is going to explain to us all about the Portuguese Golden Visa program. Thank you for being here, Rafaela.
Thank you. Hi there.
All right. So tell us about this program. What it does entail? Is it good for Americans, Canadians? What is it good for everybody? Tell us all about it, please.
So first of all, yeah, it's a very good option for the Americans and Canadians, that's for sure.
Is it required some sort of investment, or can it be obtained through other means? And
Yeah, it requires an investment. There's several options, but the most known is the real estate acquisition.
Same.
And yeah, you can acquire like for 280,000 euros, and that's it. You can get it.
280,000 euros. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, and it can be any property anywhere in
No,
in
so
Portugal?
the Portuguese government defines regions by the low density areas, and so you need to for the 280,000 euros, you need to invest in those low density areas. For example, Algarve, it's very known in Portugal,
Wow.
in the south. So yeah,
Beautiful place.
beautiful place.
Right. So you can buy a vacation home or an investment for through a property and 280,000 euros. What are the other requirements that that somebody will have to go through just to make that investment?
So you need to, so basically they need to be in Portugal just for 7 days. So yeah, it's very an holiday investment kind of, 7 days per year. Yeah,
nothing.
and then after 5 years of legal residence and just spending the 7 days that I talked about, they can acquire the Portuguese citizenship. And yeah, it's fantastic.
So you can be a EU citizen, have a European Union passport
Exactly.
in 5 years, just spending 7 days per year with a $280,000.
That is a Portuguese golden visa.
Wow, amazing. Now the parity between the US dollar and the euro, it's even a great moment because it's the euro and the dollar are really, right there, right? So what all other advantages are, besides obtaining a European passport, which allows people to live and work freely in all the EU member states, right? Germany, France, Portugal, Spain, and so on. So what other advantages are there for Canadians, Americans, and Brazilians, and anybody that wants to live in Europe to acquire this program?
So basically they can benefit the non-habitual resident regime, a tax regime that allows them just to pay taxes in Portugal and stopping paying taxes in their home country.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Because US, for example, in Portugal, they enjoy a treaty which allows them to have mutual tax benefits. And that mutual tax benefit is very good for both Portuguese who are living in the United States, as well as US citizens or US residents who want to live in Portugal, and that's amazing. This is really good. And talk to us about healthcare.
Healthcare. So Portugal, as you know, we have the public healthcare. You can apply for the number, healthcare, the public healthcare number, once you have the legal residence in Portugal, of course, and then you can go to the hospital and urgency care, and you just pay very low fees for that. So I think it's very different from America.
Not thousands of euros?
Not thousands of euros, just
So we're
a
talking
couple of hundred probably.
Couple of hundred, nice.
Yes.
Oh, so if you have to go to a doctor, you only pay like nominal fees,
Exactly.
like a couple
just
hundred.
for that service, yeah.
Wow. And medication, is it widely available?
Yeah, it is widely available, yeah, for sure.
So if you were to say, how does the healthcare system in Portugal rank throughout Europe? What will be their rank? It will be one of the highest?
I think it's one of the highest.
Okay.
One of the highest, yeah.
Amazing. And is it true that even some EU member state citizens, like people from Germany and France, are choosing to move to Portugal because of this tax regime?
Exactly, they are.
Wow.
They are. Actually, I'm also a little bit half Dutch, half Portuguese, and I know that a lot of Dutch persons are coming to Portugal because of our weather, of course, cuisine, and about the tax regime, that's for sure.
So you mentioned cuisine. That's very important for a lot of people, especially for me. So I know from my own heritage, as being the great-grandson of a Portuguese national, I know the cuisine is absolutely amazing. But
is.
tell us a little what variety of cuisine is available, because I do understand there's a lot of immigrants, Africans and Bangladeshi, Indians, and multinational culture in Portugal. Tell us about that.
Regarding the cuisine, are you talking about,
Yes.
right? So at this moment, we find restaurants in Lisbon, Indians making bacalhau com natas. It's like codfish with potatoes. It's a very famous dish in Portugal. So basically, the immigrants are having a lot of fun and trying to be Portuguese, and that is fantastic.
Yes.
How that works, how that is possible. And they also make some mixes with Indian food and Portuguese food. You see everything in Lisbon and all around Portugal. And for sure, our fish is very famous.
Yes,
Sardinhas.
Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
the fishing industry is really, really huge in Portugal. We talked about very important things: healthcare, lifestyle, cuisine, and the investment. What's the return on that investment?
So the return, first of all, after the 5 years, you can acquire the Portuguese citizenship, and you can also resell or make it profitable of the property. You can rent it, you can make it profitable. You can make it like an hostel or hotel purposes, commercial purposes. So there's a lot of several options how you can make the property profitable.
And besides buying a property with that 280,000 euros, what other options are there for people who want to enjoy the Golden Visa program?
So, sure. So you can deposit 1.5 million euros in the Portuguese bank account. You can make a donation to a Portuguese heritage cultural program for 250,000 euros. You can also acquire funds of investment for 500,000 euros. In the real estate program, you have more options besides the 280. If you want something more outside of Portugal, no, in the islands, Madeira and Azores, you can also acquire property for 5,000 euros or 350,000 euros.
500,000 euros.
5,000.
500,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if you want to do property offshore, you can do so offshore meaning Azores, Madeira.
Exactly. It's just to develop a little bit more our islands. They're so beautiful.
They're amazing.
They deserve
really.
it.
Absolutely. Tell us also about financing, and can somebody acquire that property for 280,000 euros through financing? Is it possible?
Yeah, it is possible.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is possible. Of course, there are some requirements because the Portuguese bank account and the compliance are by a lot of rules, but it's all possible. Yes.
So if you have good credit, if you're credit worthy, and the bank decides to finance that property for you,
It's possible.
you will be able to get that Portuguese Golden Visa, which is valid for how many years?
The first residency card is valid for 2 years,
Right.
And the second one already for another 2 years, and the third one 3 years. So that makes after the 5 years you can apply for the permanent residency if you don't want the Portuguese citizenship or the Portuguese citizenship. Yeah.
Which is always obviously better for them to acquire, depending on the nationality, if it allows you to have multiple citizenship or dual citizenship. Some nationalities don't allow you, but most nationalities today around the world will allow you to have multiple citizenship.
Exactly.
And it's a great passport. It's one of the strongest passports in the world. It's now considered anywhere between the 5th and 7th rank in the global index of passports, and allows you entry for 175 countries around the world visa-free. So it's worth your investment. Is a great return. You're going to be able to derive income from that investment and derive a citizenship out of that. It's a great program. We strongly recommend you consider, especially if you're planning to have a change of scenery, perhaps leave North America for something new, work remotely in the beautiful coast of Portugal, overlooking an amazing nature, and perhaps also enjoy some Portuguese wine and cuisine while you at it. Thank you very much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it. And we have more news for you coming soon. Follow us on our social media, and we're going to give you more and more information about these great programs around the world.